สวัสดีครับ
Hello, my name is Anna Karina Suta. I'm the consulting engineer at PSJ Energy Save. Today, I would like to introduce my product and also my company as well. Now, let me start off with this fluorescent tube. Everyone has seen this, right? Normal fluorescent tube. But I'm pretty sure no one has seen this. 100% light, all the way down to 1%. Back to 100, and down to 1% again. Of course, if you haven't seen this, since we're the only company in the world who does this, and you want to know how it works or how it applies to your company, please watch my next presentation.
In this PowerPoint presentation, I'd like to explain a few things about PSJ Energy Saving concept and how our product works. In a normal office building, the energy consumption could be separated into different parts. As you can see in this diagram, the energy used in lighting is about 25% of the energy usage. Do we really need 100% energy consumption and lighting luminance level in low usage areas at different hours? The answer to that is no. At different times during the day, there are different standards on how much luminance each area needs. In this slide, you can see different areas that utilize lighting. You might begin to realize how much energy we spend on lighting. Anywhere that you can think of, we have some kind of lighting fixture. This is where we start to come up with our concept of saving lighting energy without changing any existing fixtures, since there are so many lighting fixtures. One of the concepts that I'd like you to look at is the traditional energy saving. You can see on the left, it is normal operation or 100% usage. In the middle diagram, you can see the lighting is switched on and off. Sure, this says 50% of the energy, but there will be dark and light areas, at which luminance will not meet the standard. At PSJ Energy Save, we have found a solution where you could still switch on all the lighting fixtures and still save 50% of the energy. The advantage of PSJ solution is there is no dark areas, since the lighting fixtures are still working and therefore still meeting standards. How our technology works? Every gas lamp that has a ballast will have a holding voltage. In this instance, we show the AC voltage going into the ballast and lamp circuit with our equipment in place. As you can see, parts of the AC voltage has been reduced, but the reduced voltage has not had any effect in the gas lamp holding voltage. Also, the product does not interfere with the peak voltage. The next question that a lot of people will ask is, if we reduce the power going into the lamp, what would happen to the lamp light output? Of course, the light output will drop, but we can only tell a very small difference. In this graph, there was a study conducted by Illuminating Engineering Society. This study included about 4,000 people where they were exposed to light intensity and for them to input their opinion on how light intensity changes. After the study of Illuminating Engineering Society, they saw that the graph followed a square law, which means the light intensity saw by the subjects would decrease less than the actual intensity that was decreased. So if you look at the actual intensity of the graph on the vertical side and decrease the actual intensity to 70%, the subject suggested that the light intensity has only decreased by 16%. And if you follow the actual intensity down to 50%, the subject suggested that the intensity only decreased by 28%. This is due to our eyes having a pupil, which regulates the amount of light going to our eyes. So when there is more light, the pupil will be smaller, and when there is less light, the pupil will be bigger. This will make us feel the light intensity has not changed much. What kind of fixture will our technology work with? Our technology will work with any light fixture that has a magnetic ballast. As you can see here, pretty much any kind of gas lamps. which are fluorescent, compact fluorescent tubes, and high-pressure gas tubes, which are high-pressure sodiums, metal halide, and mercury vapor. Next is how we install our energy-saving equipment. Our equipment is very easy to install. The module is installed just after the circuit breaker of the lighting circuit. The circuit does not need to be changed at all, so the installation cost would be minimal. As you can see in the diagram down at the bottom, we only need to install extra panel next to the load panel. This again will ensure minimal installation costs. What will our technology benefit you? Our technology will save energy costs up to 40%. It will also extend lamp life due to less energy being put into lamps and therefore reducing maintenance costs. It is also easy to install and low insertion costs. Our equipment can be used in conjunction with other automated systems. And lastly, you can also apply for carbon credit with our product. Hopefully, I have given you a brief idea on our concept and our product.
Thank you for your attention. Now, I'd like to introduce you our product and also briefly explain on how they work on which particular setting. Now, the first one is the PSJ P10. These are pretty much general usage, so you can actually adjust the power level, which is displayed on the screen, and also here, which is enter and also up and down. The next one is the PSJ P10L. This one doesn't have a screen, but instead has a 10% increments from 50% to 100%, which is also adjusted here again. The next one is pretty much a whole group. This one here doesn't have a screen or power buttons or adjustable buttons. You can actually adjust it from the actual data center, which is connected to here. The data center can actually control in 6 steps. So from any particular time, you can actually program it to whatever power saving. That also applies to this one here, which is another PSJ P10P. This one, you can also communicate with data center, but you have an override switch. With this switch, you can actually control it on the actual module. Now with all these 4, you can control any gas tubes. I'll move on to these 2. This one has a counter step built inside, so it's already pre-programmed from the factory on what steps and what power saving at a particular time. Whereas this one also comes out an aerial. This aerial is communicated from the data center. This data center can pre-program the actual module on how much saving at a particular time, and also has a 100% bypass as well. The next one is the small power controller. These ones are fitted right next to the fluorescent tube or right next to the ballast. This one can control from 100% down to 1%. This one here is our new product. This one, every time you turn on, it saves a different dimming level, or it saves at a different percentage. So if you turn on twice, it means that it saves 40%. This one can save up to 50%, so anywhere from 25 to 50%. The last one is the PSJ MDs. These ones from 35 amp to 80 amps, and also has inbuilt time clock already. So you can actually program it from anywhere, from say 100% down to 50% at a particular time, and that has 6 slots. Now, I'd like to increase your confidence and actually show you our factory, which is on the 4th floor. Now, follow me. This is the 4th floor of our assembly line. So here we get our components from various places, and then we assemble it in-house. Since we assemble it in-house, we can actually control the quality of our work, and also we can actually control the time frame of how many or how fast we can produce our products. Now, let's move on to our next area that I can show you for our assembly line. from the previous assembly line, we pass on to this line where we actually assemble oil boxes and all the heatsink. So from here, we can go on to the testing area. So from our assembly line, we come down to our testing area. This is the testing area where we actually test every product that we manufacture here. So all our functions work before we actually send it to our customer. So this is a very brief explanation of our company and also our product. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you for watching. สวัสดีครับ